Hello everybody, welcome to Ethics Philosophy 12. This is your professor for the course, Andrea, and this course is set up as a totally online course, so there is no on-campus time, there's no orientation to attend, and campus exams are not required, so you can take them on the computer. And to start off with this course by listening to this online orientation, which you're doing right now, and make sure you've opened up the syllabus and gone through it, and you see that here's information about how to contact me, mainly through Mount SAC email ADM, and also there is a help forum in our classroom that we could use to ask questions and respond to. So professor's information, I'm not going to go through everything, but it talks about my role in the class. If you click through that and read that, and it gives you my background. So please read through those two links very quickly. And then if we go back here, we open up the course description and outline. And this is right out of the Mount SAC catalog. It tells you what we'll be covering in this class and the outline. The course is set up into two parts. The first part is the introduction to ethics. Second part is history of ethics. The third part is looking at science and ethics. And then after the first part, we head into the second part, which is bioethics and some classic case studies like stem cell research, cloning, euthanasia, abortion. And then we look at nature and ethics, environmentalism and animal rights, and then religion and ethics, both religion's position on the different ethical topics and also the topic of atheism and ethics. Okay, and we're required to put student learning outcomes on our syllabi, so that's there for that reason. If you look at the readings here, it says that there's not going to be one large textbook in ethics to purchase that costs $100 to $150 by one author. Instead, I'm going to be using multiple academic sources from multiple authors, and here are some of the authors, and some of the names might be familiar to you, like Martin Luther King, the Dalai Lama, Richard Dawkins, Friedrich Nietzsche, Sam Harris, Christopher Hitchens, etc. And then also be reading about different ethical theorists like Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. So both primary writings and secondary sources, and basically it tells you there is no books to purchase in this class. That's the good news for you. Okay, class policy and grades. The course again is broken up into part one. I call it part one is midterm. There's no one midterm, rather there's three Moodle quizzes or exams that make up part one, and then there's three for the final as well, so that each one's more or less 10%. And then there's a research project, and then you're posting. So 30, 30, 10, and 30. And this always misaligns, but this is how it's broken up. I correct this constantly, but it constantly misaligns there. So post for Moodle would be worth 200. The exams for the Moodle test for part one is 300, part two is 300, research project is 100. Participation, interaction, your effort grade, and so forth is 10% or 100 points. Okay, and again, read through this. I'm just clicking through real quickly to understand, so you see that it's here and what you'll be looking at, how to communicate with me, and 3 times you're required to email me. Again, you're welcome to email me more, but 3 are required. And I encourage you, if you have a question that's relevant for the class, to post it on the help form and not simply email me that. Assignments and research projects, so it explains part one, part two, the research project, and you click on here and it gives you the different options, and you can do it as a paper, or you could make a video, YouTube film that you share with me in the class. You can do it on ethical theorists. There's a lot of options. I even give you the readings. You can click on that. So Marx, Kant, Sartre, Aristotle, etc. An ethical topic. There's a lot of interesting ones. And again, something outside of what's in our curriculum already. Okay, field trip can be an option for you, and there's a few options for you there. Book report, I give you some choices. And Skeptic Society at Caltech is not available in the summer, so forget that one. But click through those and understand what the assignment is about. It's not due till after part one. It's due in part two of the course. Okay, post work, if you click in there, it explains that there's 2 types of posts. The main posts are called essay posts. And what it is, there's 12 lesson plans we're covering in this course. And for each lesson plan, there's 1 post essay to write. And a post essay is about a page. It explains to you, they're not just your opinion, but a well-informed post after having completed the readings and the film. And then in addition to those, I'm asking you to do through the semester for each lesson plan also one what's called a PI post. And a PI stands for participation, interaction, effort post. So it's not a question I'm asking you. The essay posts are a specific question with a specific answer from the reading and films. This is more, it could be on anything related to ethics. It could be on ethics and religion. It could be a new article you read, a film you want to share, talking about your research project, any kind of, you can respond to another student's essay post. That could be, any kind of response to another student's PI post can also give you PI credit. So just 12 of those through the semester, for the summer term. Okay, and explains how to find all your post work in one spot. So there's the directions for that. Okay, I'm trying to make this under 10 minutes, my little introduction. So here we go. Website creation. Twice in the semester, or actually 3 times in the semester, you'll be sending me an email, and in that email it will include a website that you've created. And so you'll be doing it in the first week or the end of the first week, beginning of the second week, with just an address to your website, just to make sure I can check that it opens. How do you create a website and why you create a website are all explained here. A website should take you 1 to 2 minutes to create. They're all free website providers I give you links to. And the second time you send it to me is at the end of part 1 of the course with your exam grades on there, your post work on there, and the end of part 2 in the course with the final exam time. You send it to me with all your exam grades and all your posts and also your research project. And so why you would be doing that, it's a very simple answer. It's a nice, neat package of all your work, so I don't have to hunt through Moodle, or you don't have to email me different assignments throughout the semester. It's just one nice package sent to me sent to me twice with material on it, and once just empty. Okay, expectations is pretty simple. How to do well, you click through that. College policies are right out of MountSAC catalog, and frequently asked questions. There's 10 of them there, so read through that. So this is the syllabus. At the end of this are the key dates for the summer. And if I look down here, when the course begins, last day to add, refund, W, all of that, withdrawal. But why I highlighted this is when your part 1 of work is due and part 2 work is due. And part 1 work is due. I gave you 3 days because you can send it to me as early as July 8th and take a couple of days off, or you can push it all the way to July 10th. So anywhere in those 3 days, the earlier the better. I get a head start on the grading. Again, this course ends on July 29th. Okay, so clicking out of that is the syllabus. And then this is an introduction forum where you introduce yourself to classmates, and all you do is add a new discussion and then put your name in the subject field and then answer these questions, or however creative introduction you want to do. So you introduce yourself to me and to classmates, and if you could respond to ideally 5 classmates, 3 to 5 at least, and that would be active the first week of the term. The help form is for you to interact with me and ask me any questions. And it would be not so much about ethics. If it's a question about ethics, like, some kind of philosophical question, put that up as a pie post. But if it's just a help question, like, I can't get this link to work, or when is something due, then you put it up there, and you're more than welcome to respond to classmates, and you can get some effort points for responding as well. Okay, and this is our main forum. It's called our classroom forum. This is active through the entire semester. And if you click on that, I have a little description of what is required here. So again, it's kind of a repeat of the syllabus, but explain what essay post is, a pie post, and what constitutes pie post, and how many you do. And then you add your new discussion. And for your essay post 1, you'd put essay post 1, and then you'd write your response. Or pie post 1, what it's about. You could put pie post 1, great film I want to share with you, or animal rights, or whatever it be that you want to talk about. Okay, and so the classroom forum is there for you to post your 12 essay posts, your 12 pie posts. More was extra credit if you've been beyond those 12, and anything you'd like to share with the class in regards to posting. Okay, and then this is where you'll find each week broken up. So again, I said it's Introduction to Ethics and Ethical Heroes in week 1, History of Ethics, which is Western and Eastern, for week 2, Science and Ethics, which is Evolutionary Ethics and Neuroethics, for week 3, or Brain Studies, Bioethics and Nature and Ethics, and Religion and Ethics. So it's broken up into the 6 weeks, and I call this midterm week again because your part 1 material is due then. And if you click on part 1 right here for that midterm week, I give you the dates, I give you directions, and then you're supposed to answer these feedback questions. So when you send me your midterm with your posts and your exam scores, even though I have your exam scores, I want just a second recording of them. There are a few questions to answer that are very simple, okay, and you get some credit for that. So that would be due at the end of week 3. Each week, let's look at one for an example. If you click on for part 1 of the course, this just represents part 1. It explains that this class is an accelerated course, so instead of 54 hours on campus in the 6 weeks, which would be 9 hours every week on campus, you instead do that at home, and it's about 7 to 9 hours I've estimated for this class at home at your leisure, and you can work any hours you want as long as the work for week 1 is up by week 1, and week 1 ends Sunday night at midnight. So you can put it up anytime that week, work around your own schedule, and it walks you through, again, this is just introduction, course syllabus, introduction form, how to create a website. So this is, again, a little bit from the syllabus, and then it walks you through the lesson plan. So each week there's 2, lesson plan 1, lesson plan 2, lesson plan 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Let's open one up for an example. They always have this formula or format. It's professor's notes, required reading, film, and post essay. And I'll give you an example. So you may, where's the post? Well, this is your post question. It's bullet 1 and bullet 2. So it's paragraph 1, paragraph 2, and altogether it makes about a page. Okay, and the reason why that post looks so in-depth is because I give you directions because it's your first post, so I really walk you through it. I explain that overall it's probably 3 hours to complete this entire lesson plan. And this one here should be approximately 3 hours as well, I think, yes. So it's a 6 hours for the 2 lesson plans, and then you have your Moodle exam, and that's about 45 minutes. So, 7 hours probably for week 1. And maybe if you're slower on the reading or if you're taking a lot of notes, it may be a little longer, but on an estimate, it's 7 to 9 hours. Okay, and what else did I want to show you on that? Okay, I guess that's it there. Okay, so let's look at week 1 one more time, clicking back. Each week follows the same formula, but I want to show you. So you have that part 1, and then you have a study guide for week 1, and then the quiz. The study guide, if you open that up, you will see this is to help you prepare for the Moodle exam. So after you've done the reading and films, there would be your study guide, and then you click on the actual quiz itself, and then it gives you directions, and then you go ahead and take your Moodle exam, and it records it for you, and just know what you've got. At the end of the week, I'll look at everybody's scores and make sure everybody's taken it. And then the history of ethics, and again, it's going to be found in part 1, and it's going to be right here. So I don't have to walk you through every week because they're all set up the same way. This lesson plan's a little shorter. It's a little longer on the west, a little shorter on the east, about 2 hours. So there's about 5 hours of lesson plans plus Moodle time, so that week will be a little better for you. Okay. You do not have to work on your research project until after part 1, but I do request, if you see in part 1 midterm material and your feedback questions, I do ask you for question number 5, a progress report on it. And what that means is not what you've done, but what you plan to do. Specifically, detailed what you plan to do, where you're going to go, or what you're going to research, or what you're going to read, or etc. So I wanted an outline, a prospectus of what you're going to do there. And so then again, week 4, 5, and 6. So let me just pop on for a minute, part 2, to show you what that one looks like. So this is week 4, 2 lesson plans, week 5, 2 lesson plans, and week 6, 2 lesson plans. Okay, and that concludes my introduction to online ethics. If you have any questions, the first thing to do would to pop that question to the help forum. I check it daily, and if you don't feel like, if you have something more personal you want to discuss with me, you can always email me. That's always available to you. Okay, and there'll be no on-campus office hours or requirements for you guys either. So we're avoiding the campus during the crazy heat, and we'll be staying in our air-conditioned homes for this. Okay. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope this has been of some help to you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Namaste.